Okie dokie nerds. It's going to be a cube draft video today. Vintage cube. Every vintage cube season I do a trophy race against my friend here, and Knight who says 9. Currently, I'm ahead. 13 plays 6. But they always finish the season very strong. I haven't won one of these trophy races in quite a while. It's pretty big stakes as well that we play for. The loser has to buy the winner a pint. So, it's quite big, prizes and stakes. And basically, the way I've been approaching cube draft this season is to just assume that I already have a Doomsday in my pool. Okay, so pick order wise, what we're sort of doing is we assume we have Doomsday, and then after that, the pick order is Power, Underground Sea, Dark Ritual or Remand, basically. This is a pretty clear pick one, pack one Black Lotus. Black Lotus is very good at casting Doomsday and other fantastic combo cards such as... Oh shit, James is passing to me. Oh god. Yeah, so pick one, pack one Black Lotus, but it's going to help us cast Doomsday and other combo cards like Yawgmoth's Will, Underworld Breach, this sort of shit. Okay, so we may have some questionable picks coming up, but there's the Doomsday. As I said, we're going to draft as if we've got Doomsday in the pool, and now we're going to hope to wheel a Dark Ritual here. Brazen Borrow's fine to come back. Time Warp's fine, Show and Tell's fine. But yeah, assume at the table we are an Underground Sea combo deck. I think Zagoth Triome and Deep Cavern Bat are quite close, but I'm going to take the Zagoth Triome. Yeah, we need all of our lands to be dual lands basically, so we're going to take that and see how we do. And yeah, this is a beautiful start really. Lotus into Doomsday into an Underground Sea variant. Now we just need to pick up a few Remands and a Thassa's Oracle, and we've basically got a deck. I think Doomsday is the best new addition to the cube. Obviously there's some questionable ones like the domain deck I'm not too sure about. I think a theme like that is hard to bring together. But I think it's admirable that they try different things, and yeah, this is where we get put to the test, right? There's one of the best cards in the cube at the moment, Fourth Airlingus, alongside the best land in the cube, alongside True Name and Frantic Search. Frantic Search is insane, right? It's so good at breaking into a Doomsday stack. But we're just going to take the Underground Sea. One big concern that I have at the moment is the fact that James is passing to me. So a Knight who says 9 is James. A big concern is that he is passing to me, and of all the people on the platform, he is the one who knows best that I sit down with the assumption that I'm an Underground Sea deck. We'll take a bauble here, and then try and just stay fairly neutral. So if we ignore the Doomsday that's currently sat in our pool, which is perfect for me, we've just got blue-black lands and some 0-mana artifacts. That's not a bad place for us to be. Now we've been given a Force of Negation, so we'll take that over Fairy Mastermind, which I think is just okay. Fire Covenant's a bit of a banger, but we're going to try and avoid red if we can help it. So that's pick 7, last fresh pack. Yeah, I think this is like the absolute worst case scenario is for James to be passing to me. Just because we are directly competing outside of just this pod, right? And he knows my draft tendencies, so it's quite easy for him to hate draft a Thassa's Oracle or some shit. I actually quite like Tamiyo. I'm going to take Tamiyo over Baleful Mastery. I think it's easy for us to... Dreams of Steel and Oil is awful. Baleful Mastery is a nice removal spell, but Tamiyo Lotus is already pretty good, and if we pick up the Kitten, then we have ourselves an infinite mana engine. So, and I don't know if you've ever cast Doomsday and then +1 to Tamiyo, but that is a way of turning that stack into nothing. So it's starting to come together a little bit, and this is how I've been doing it most of the season, just forcing combo decks. They are, in my opinion, the most fun way to go about it. So we didn't wheel the Dark Ritual, we did get an Inquisition back, which is fine. Wasn't expecting to get the Dark Ritual back. What's the Dark Ritual in the second pack? What did I pick to? I can't remember. Oh, Doomsday. Yeah, Dark Ritual over Doomsday. So maybe Dark Ritual's in this pack. But Inquisition on the wheel's great. Oh yeah, no. So it didn't come back. I'm just going to take a Witherbloom command. I don't mind being Sultai combo. And Witherbloom command's good because it's a kill condition as well. So if we do get the Kitten with Tamio. Oh, a Deep Cavern Bat. So yeah. Tamio, Lotus, and Displace the Kitten will make you infinite mana. And then with that infinite mana, you just need a burn spell. And you can kill them. So Witherbloom command is a very versatile burn spell which can kill and deck an opponent at the same time. So that's quite exciting for us. Now we'll take Rain of Filth. It's like a Dark Ritual which sacks all your lands, but that's still cool. It's basically a mana doubler for a turn. We don't care about any of these, so we'll just take a random priest. And we'll move into... Oof. We'll move into pack 2, and we'll just hope to pick up a few more blue cards in this pack. So Gush is insane, but Hull Breacher is too good for us to pass up on. So we'll hopefully wheel this Gush, and we'll take this Hull Breacher, and if we wheel Gush or Tar Pit, then we'll be happy. There's not much else here for us. Maybe the Excavator could make its way into some builds. Maybe Seething Song if we end up in a more Tendrils based Storm deck, but Hull Breacher is so exceptionally screwed that it was kind of forced. Yeah, but good interaction, good kill conditions lining up for us. And yeah, what I was going to say at the beginning, holy fuck. Alright. I mean, I guess I'll take Time Walk. Seems fine. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what can happen that you would open Time Walk and not just be like, okay, guess I'm moving into blue, you know? But yeah, so we'll take the Time Walk. And yeah, I do make a lot of questionable picks just to force myself into blue-black combo. I like Currency Converter, I like Torak. Ledger Shredder's fairly medium. I think I'll just take the Currency Converter. Currency Converter can just keep us alive, keep a nice amount of card flow and velocity through our deck. So we'll take that. And now with the Kitten, if we do get past that at some point, we would then have infinite turns, infinite mana, and infinite burn spells. So that seems good, I would say. I wouldn't mind a Toxic Deluge or a Damnation. Even a Massacre Girl can work. Oh, Beseech the Mirror, Saheeli, and Bob. That's all very interesting. Beseech the Mirror is very good in your Currency Converter Mishra's Bauble deck. I think that's going to come back around. So then it's a question of Bob versus Saheeli. What do I want? I think I want Bob. I think Bob's better than Saheeli. We don't need life points, and then we'll wheel this Beseech. That's going to be my plan. Right, Git Probe is kind of messed up. So 0 mana way into your Doomsday stack is phenomenal. So let's go for that. And then there's not a lot here. There is a jar. We could be a Tinker deck. I think Jar's better than Shieldred's Edict. We've got the Hull Breacher for the Jar, right? So let's go for Jar. Bob into Jar probably isn't ideal, but I like roughly where we're at. This is going to be, I think, an easy Vampiric Tutor. Vamp for Lotus, Vamp for Walk, Vamp for Doomsday. Doesn't seem too awful. And there's the Displacer Kitten. So we'll take that just because we're so well set up to be a good kitten deck. As I said before, it's all going to be predicated on having Kitten Tamiyo, but we've got Doomsday and we've got Vampiric Tutor to set that stuff up. So Tamiyo Kitten, Time Walk is infinite turns. Tamiyo Kitten Lotus is infinite mana, and we can come up with a way to win from there. I imagine, at least. I would expect that we can. So yeah, so then this will be, that was like the last pack, so yeah, so we're back to the beginning here. There was a card I was interested in, Creeping Tar Pit and something else. I can't remember what that something else is. All of these cards are sort of near unplayable, so I think I could take Rankle, but I don't really rate Rankle as a playable card, so I'm going to take a Tarmogoyf, just because it could be good out. You know, I've got this Zagoth Trime hanging out, so and I'm going to be in green, so I need to pick up some fixing. But we can either main deck this, or we can just bring it out of the board against the white and red decks. Charter Course versus Tendrils versus Proving Ground. I don't think we need the drills because we've got Witherbloom Command doing the same job. And I think I'd rather Charter Course over Proving Ground. I hope to pick up like a Bayou or something. We'll take Torak. Torak's a very good disruptive creature. Beseech the Mirror is going to tutor for all of our pieces. Evolved Sleeper is not playable, so we'll take Seal of Removal. The Edict came back round, so that's fine. So yeah, that sort of came together quite well, this pack. We've got some card draw, we've got Vamp, and then we picked up the Kitten at the very end there to, yeah, tie it all together. We don't have any, well, we've got one counter spell at the moment. I'd like another one, maybe two, maybe four. And then we've got a Vamp, a Jar. Yeah, we've got some good stuff. There's a Thassa's Oracle, which we can take if we want to, or we can try and let wheel. What would we take if we are letting Thoracle wheel? We could take Collective Brutality, we could take Night's Whisper, we could take Spell Pierce. I think I don't know. Thassa's Oracle should wheel. Like, it's really hard for people to want Thassa's Oracle when I've got the Doomsday. I'm just going to take Spell Pierce. I've already got Charter Course and Bob for 2 mana card draw and Witherbloom Command. I think having another interactive piece is going to be great for us. And if we need to make a Doomsday stack out of stuff that's not Thassa's Oracle, that's something we can do anyway, right? We've got Tamiyo, Kitten, Lotus, so I'm sure we can come up with something out of that. I'd like a fetch land. I didn't want that one. Okay, so House and Tinker in the same place. Prismatic Vista is going to be busted. I can Tinker for Jar at the moment off of Converter, Bauble, Lotus, and a Hull Breacher token. I don't think that's that good. I think I'm just going to Prismatic Vista, and if I wheel this Damnation, I'll be very pleased with myself. Casting spells is typically quite good, so we'll make sure that we can do that. I love Hard Evidence. Wheel of Fortunes and Contagion are very interesting. If I'd taken that Proving Ground earlier over whatever nonsense I took, then That would be very good. But I'm going to take the Tarn. This is a rot farm, not an overgrown tomb. We'll take the farm, and then if we wheel Botanical Sanctum, Wheel of Fortune, Contagion, we'll be pleased. Liliana's fine, but it's not particularly good. I've already got a Shieldred's Edict, and I like my cards in my hand. Now we'll take a Verdant. Just really tie the room together with this good mana. We've already got plenty of playables. We've got that Thassa's Oracle on the wheel to kill them with. We didn't wheel Gush earlier, that was a shame. Yeah, and now... Oh, Witness is interesting, but I think I've got to try and wheel the Witness, and I think I will just take the Jace, okay? I've already got a Vampiric Tutor, so Mystical Tutor's just doubling up on that effect. I've already got a Tamiyo, so Witness is just doubling up on that effect. And Jace, I think, is a good insurance pick over Retrofitter to ensure we've got that like Thassa's Oracle kill. Sunken Ruins is like the nut high Doomsday fixer, so that will be the pick here. That's a very late Fractured Identity, but Daze or Deluge. I'm going to take Deluge because then I don't have to worry about that Damnation wheeling. And Daze is good, but we're not very good at playing. Like, we want our lands in play, sort of thing. Also, Thoughtscour versus Bloodstone Mire. I've already got 2-3 fetch lands. So if I Thoughtscour is a very easy way to break apart a stack, isn't it? And just plough through it over Bloodstone Mire. I think I'm going to Thoughtscour. I've already got very good mana, and once you've cast Doomsday, Thoughtscour makes it very easy. So I don't think we're Tarmogoyfing. I don't know about this jar. I think we might just be playing Hull Breachers like a dope. That dope card. Thassa's Oracle versus Night's Whisper. I think we just Thoracle here. Yeah, Thoracle's so much better than Jace. It's so much better. 2 mana versus 4. The house I'm not disinterested in, but the house with Bob is difficult when you're paying half your life and paying a bunch of life and paying a bunch of life. So this drains for 2 actually, so we're probably fine. Contagion is exceptionally fucked up, and I don't think Contagion should really be going that late. Like, it's 0 mana. Waterlogged Grove is a nice little pickup late on. We'll take a black card. And then we are going to have some cuts to make. From the ones. So what is this in terms of playables? 29. Is Lotus a land? Who knows? From the 1-drop section, I feel like Seal of Removal is the weakest one. I don't know if we do want to drop it, but we shall see. All my 2s seem great. I think all my 2s seem great. What should we take out? I think I'm going to just... I like the Torak as a blocker. Deep Cavern Bat's pretty decent. Beseech the Mirror is another tutor. That seems fine. I'm going to drop the jar, just because I can't get to it very easily. I don't think we need the house. And then Reign of Filth versus other cards. It's just how much do we want to lean on this Black Lotus as our mana engine. I think we're leaning on it quite heavily anyway. Hull Breach is like a dark ritual if you think about it long enough. I think it's just between Torak, Bob and Shielded Edict, and I think I get to keep one of those. I think I'm going to keep Bob. So all of these lands are dope. Oh, I think I want one forest, just because of the Prismatic Vista. One forest, 4 and 4. Yeah, I think that looks good. 17 lands. And I could have a Shielded Edict or a Torak instead. This is what we're going to register. It's going to be, yeah, basically 3-colour Doomsday. We've got Lotus Doomsday, Git Probe and Slaughterhouse Scour to make our way through a stack, both the kill conditions and the Tamiyo Kitten engine as another win condition. And Vampiric Tutor should hold a lot of that together. Okay, round 1, we're up against Darash. So, we'll keep this hand, this looks pretty good. Can easily cast a Doomsday with the mana we've got, and we can cast a Tamiyo, we can cast a Charter Course. I'm not sure when we're playing this Inquisition at the moment. Maybe on turn 2. Maybe on turn 1. I think I'm just going to lead Triumph. They get a turn. We can cast Inquisition with Spell Pierce behind later, and then we can Charter Course with Spell Pierce behind. And then we can cast a Tamiyo. So Avacyn's Pilgrim rolls on out. We'll play an Underground Sea, and we'll cast Inquisition of Kozilek. Mox Sapphire, Spell Pierce. No, I've got Spell Pierce. Mox Sapphire, Spellseeker, Trinket Mage. Path to Exile. So Path to Exile seems pretty ineffective against us, and I actually probably quite like the Rampant Growth aspect. I think I'm going to get Spellseeker, because they've already got probably their best 0 with Trinket Mage, so I'm just going to take Spellseeker and assume that they're rolling out Jace headfirst into the Spell Pierce. So, let's see how that goes. That's the Sapphire that comes out. Sorry, just get rid of that nonsense for you. And then, yeah, they run Jace face first into a Spell Pierce. Did you top deck Daze or Force? No, okay. So back to us. We've got Toxic Deluge, which I think we can hold. I think it's better to go Island Charter Course, just because I am playing like Vamp and some other ones. That's all nonsense. So we'll just discard Darkslick Shores. That's the worst land coming into play tapped. And then next turn we'll just be rolling out Tamiyo and probably just commencing a game of plus Tamiyo named Kitten. Well, the Path to Exile is going to do a number on Kitten, isn't it? I don't know, maybe we can get them. Oh, Territorial Kavu. Okay. So Tamiyo only goes up to 6, which means the Kavu dies. Why is there so many lands? Let's Vista. Vista away for a swamp, I imagine. Do I want to get a backup green source in case of stripped waste? That's fine. And then I'm just going to Deluge for 5. Well, they've drawn Force of Will now, so Trinket Mage has gone. Their hands just Path to Exile. We're going to start taking a large amount of damage. So that's not the ideal thing to have happened. In they come for 5. They're going to get a loot, get rid of their Path to Exile, which is not doing much. Oh no, they're just going to eat a Deluge. Wild. Okay. Not attacking with the Pilgrim is interesting. Do they draw a 4 mana spell? No. Okay. Oh, they get to hold up Path, sure. So can I ever roll out this Tamiyo, realistically? And what would I Tamiyo for? I think we need to have a look at our deck quickly. So, Tamiyo for Walk, Tamiyo for Jace, Tamiyo for Bob. Tamiyo for Hold Breacher. Where is Magic Online? There it is. So, they've got 2 cards in hand, one of them's a Path to Exile, so we can't just roll out the Kitten. We could Tamiyo for Lotus and try to get... Yeah, so let's Tamiyo and just name Time Walk. There's also part of this is like maybe they just attack everything at something. So what do we mill? Force, Probe, Bauble, Swamp. Like it's the Tamiyo loyalty is quite high. Do they spend an entire turn hitting Tamiyo, or do they spend an entire turn putting me to 3 and giving me 1 more draw step? I hope to untap with Tamiyo and at a lower life total, but I may not. Yeah, that's coming at me at the moment, and it comes. And still not attacking with the Avacyn's Pilgrim. And they're going for the loot. Discarding Najila. Okay. We go to 4. And they play a Tameshi. Right, so now if we hit the Time Walk, we win. Thought Scour. So it's plus. We'll name Time Walk again. We missed. So they've got 2 cards in hand. What can we do? So we can play Displace the Kitten. We can Thought Scour ourselves. And then we can Probe ourselves. And then we can infinitely Bauble ourselves. And if we infinitely Bauble ourselves, we need another turn now. So let's go Sunken Ruins. We'll roll out the Kitten. We will Thought Scour ourselves, trying to find... I guess at this point we're on to Lotus, aren't we? Okay. Dark Confident Island. Because if we can find something good, what do I need to find? I need to find Lotus, or I need to find exactly Lotus. I think I'm going to pick up Gitaxian Probe. I'm going to probe them. Paying Life. Blinking Tamiyo. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, Mystical Tutor. Sure. What does Mystical Tutor do in this spot? Can you get to it? Mystical Tutor for Ancestral Recall. Sure. I wasn't thought seizing you, I was just taking a look. And there's a Time Walk. I've made a land drop. So do I plus for Lotus? Or do I minus on Thought Scour? I guess I minus on Thought Scour and then plus for Lotus later. Yeah. So we minus, we get Thought Scour. We Thought Scour ourselves, we blink the Tamiyo. And reset and hope to hit a Lotus either in the card we draw or the cards that get milled. There's a Black Lotus, so now we win. So return Black Lotus. They've got an Ancestral Recall but no mana. So we'll Lotus them. We'll Lotus ourselves even. Lotus Tamiyo. Blue, blue, blue. And then minus. And then pick up a Lotus. And keep casting this. And now they're just dead because we can loop the Wither Bloom command. Or take infinite turns. Though we don't really have much pressure for infinite turns, do we? So let's make some black mana. And we'll just keep linking this. So there's a lot of clicking here now. We'll make green mana. There we go. Not really got much else to say at this point, other than I'm just going to Wither Bloom command them into the ground. BBB. How many Wither Bloom commands do we need? We need 11 Wither Bloom commands, which means we need 11 black and 11 green in our pool. And round it goes. BBB. So yeah, this was a close one. This was a close one. And we know that their one card in hand is Path to Exile. GGG. So a couple more loops here, and then we get into the long and slow, laborious process of casting with a Bloom command. And if somehow something goes wrong, we've got this Time Walk floating. GGG, GG. Because the Wither Bloom command loop is just going to be every time we cast Wither Bloom command, we blink Tamiyo and pick up the Wither Bloom command. So there we go, that's 12 green and 12 black. We'll take Wither Bloom command and we'll cast this. Target player mills 3, target player loses 2 life. Dink, dink. Kitten blinks Tamiyo. I have demonstrated a loop. I'll get a Scalding Tarn back, why not? They did reveal a Blightsteel Colossus, which is funny. Cast this. Target player mills 3. Target opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. I might need to learn how to play some music on my video just to click through this turn. But hey ho. They should probably just concede, right? Because they're exceptionally dead in showing me their whole deck. Target opponent loses 2 life. Target player mills 3 cards. Dead. Dead. Kitten blinks Tamio. So yeah, when we were drafting, and I said with a Plume Commander basically a Tendrils, this is what I meant. It's a few more clicks, you know. It's a few more clicks than Tendrils. And one of the things with Displace Kitten is I don't think there's a faster way to do it, or at least I've not found one. Because if you save targets, then Tamio blinks and she's a new object and she's not the target. It's all very annoying. But opponent's making us play it out here, which is fine, I guess, if you want to. Dink and dink. And then last few loops here. Opponent appears to be concerned about my clock going into game 2. So that deluge getting forced made this game like competitive, which was cool. But we fortunately managed to draw ourselves out of it in the last possible turn. I just tried to maximise the number of cards I could see this turn. I don't know if I did it the most effective way, but I certainly did it in a way which proved successful. And Tamio activates for the last time. They've got 1 card in the deck and 2 life points remaining. So dink dink, Tamio gets blinked and our opponent dies and we win the game. So their deck looks to be just some nonsense with Force of Negation, Ancestral Recall, Mystical Tutor and Force of Will. That's going to be the important cards for us to know about, because if we make a Doomsday sack we have to do it in mind of them having Ancestral. They've got Spellseeker and Mystical for Ancestral, they've got Hull Breacher and no Wheels by the looks of things. They've also got a Lotus, go them. So yeah, we'll go to sideboarding and then we'll go to game 2. Okay, so sideboarding, I'm not sure if there's something else that we want out of them. What have they got? They got Ancestral and Walk and Sneak Attack. They've got Hull Breacher, so the jar seems awful. I think I'm interested in this house. Oh no, I'm not interested in... I've got 2 pieces of removal. Okay, so that seems fine. I think I'm interested in the house, just as another haymaker to throw at them. I'm going to do that over the Deep Cavern Bat, because the Deep Cavern Bat looks like it's just going to die. This might be nonsense, but I just hate the bat, so... They're my play points, not yours. They're on a 41 card special, so go them. Our hand is either fantastic or awful. I haven't yet decided. I think I keep this on the draw, right? Turn 3 Hull Breacher. And the Doomsday. And the Doomsday can make a stack which wins, I imagine. So yeah, on the draw I think we can keep this shit. I didn't check to see if they had Wasteland or Strip Mine actually. I don't think they did. So working out whether they roll out their Sapphire now. No, okay. We'll play an Island and pass. Walk's a nice draw, because Walk just means we're a kitten away from winning now. We've got no plays, so it did take a while actually. We had 12 minutes left on the clock. Zagoth throw him into Island. And Boreal Grazer. That's I guess that's like a rampant growth. Into Ottawara, so they've got no lands left after this. Are they holding Ancestral? So we'll just go. We'll just walk ourselves through here because we do need to find a land. We did not find a land. So we could Reign of Filth, Doomsday, or we can just vamp on our end step for a Lotus, I guess. Vamp on their end step for Lotus. Lotus out Tamiyo, bring it back, Doomsday, pass the turn, plus Doomsday, Thoracle them. I think that sounds like probably the line we're going to need to take. Depends on obviously what they do. They've also got a billion cards, and they've got both pitch permission spells, so could be rough. So what did I say? I said vamp for Lotus, Lotus out Doomsday, or Lotus out Tamiyo, pick up Lotus, Lotus out Doomsday. We go to 10. No, we go to 9. We've got 5 cards in hand. They play Tameshi. Do you have a Lotus to make a bunch of mana with? No. So wait, so they had Lotus, Ancestral, Sapphire. Seems unfair, if you ask me. Do we want to use Vampiric Tutor on getting a Lotus, which just gets negationed or forced? I think that's fine, actually. Let's float blue, just in case they want to let it through because of Spell Pierce. No, oh, they just got incredibly through. That was like about as F6y as they get. So we vamp, and then we've got to filter blue through here. Well, let's just cast the Lotus first. And then we've got to filter blue through here. Right. And then green through here. So this we're repping as much Spell Pierce as possible. Right, hang on. If I minus Tamiyo, Tamiyo dies. So let's cast this, and then I think we can just... Do we Doomsday? So what's my Doomsday stack going to look like? With 2 lands in play, remember. It's going to have a... So I've got a Witherbloom command, which gets you pretty decently far through a stack. That can mill me into another land. I'm just wondering if I Doomsday now or whether I think I do. Let's just cast Doomsday. My stack's going to have Lotus and Walk. I probably need an island in there somewhere. Thassa's Oracle. And maybe just a probe. So this isn't the most resilient pile, is it? So what am I doing? I'm drawing probe and probing them. And then I'll probe, my probe will draw into a time walk. I can cast Time Walk. I think this is fine. I think this is the sort of shit that I just have to do. And it's up to them whether they... So do I even need the Lotus, right? So I probe into Walk. I walk into Thoracle. My deck has 2 cards left in it. They currently don't have access to white mana. And I can hold the Thoracle if I want to wait, and I can start casting other things. So maybe that's fine. So I'll put Lotus on the bottom, then Island, then come back. Then Thoracle and Walk and Probe. And now we pass the turn, and it's up to them whether they hit me for damage or whether they hit Tameshi for damage. Oh, I should have put a kitten in. Because then I would have just had the same combo as last time. Yeah, they're killing the Tamio. Okay. Tamio is dead. It's my upkeep. I'm going to probe you, please. And see what we have to play around. Nothing, they're just dead. So we can cast Time Walk. We've got Territorial Carvu, Omnath, Jason Mind Sculptor, Fractured Entity, and Leyline Binding. No white mana means that we're just absolutely free to roll out this Thassa's Oracle and win the match. Once we've worked out how to use the Magic Online program, that will be the case. So none of these have flash. We've got 2 cards in deck. Our devotion is 2. I'll put Black Lotus on top, and the match is over. Perfect. Alright, so 1-0. Off we go to round 2. I'll see you there. Okay, round 2. We're on the play against Davy Power. What have we got? Underground Sea. Got Toxic Deluge, Spell Pierce. So we're like covered against a lot of stuff, but we've not got anywhere to go. We've just got more mana than we probably need. We're a Lotus Time Walk deck, so I am going to mulligan this. There we go. Keep this, and we'll bottom the Bauble, I imagine. Bottom the Bauble? The Bauble fixes my draw. The Probe shows their hand. The Chart Course pitches the negation very well. The Lotus is obviously like cracked. I think it's Bauble or Probe. And I think I'd rather know what's in their hand versus whether my fetch land is good. So let's probe them. Drawing Witherbloom Command. They've got Damn, Council's Judgment, Fourth Erlingus, and the Wandering Emperor. So their hand is like kind of close to air, right? They play an island. I don't think I'm going to fetch just here. I think I'm just going to take my draw step, because I wouldn't mind drawing an island here. I drew a swamp. How do I feel about that? I feel quite annoyed, actually, that I led on Prismatic Vista now. Do I want to chart a course? Not this turn. Let's just play the swamp and pass. Oh, hang on. I can Witherbloom Command though, right? So Forest, drain you for 2. What else does this do? Yeah, drain you for 2 and pick up my Prismatic Vista. Cast this. So target me, target you, and I pick up my Vista and I'm fixed for everything ever. We mill Dark Confident Contagion. And then next turn we can play Sunken Ruins. So they play the Plateau out, that's interesting, over basic planes. I feel like Witherbloom Command kind of stinks of strip and waste decks, so... Currency Converter, that's a beautiful draw. We'll play Sunken Ruins and we'll tap the green for the Currency Converter. I don't want to play out my Lotus, because that means they're going to Council's Judgment it next turn. And they can Council's Judgment my Currency Converter, I don't think I care about that. I would have liked to have drawn another blue card at some point, but it's not too much of an issue. So Scrubland comes into play. No plays. Interesting. So what does that mean? You're holding Hull Breacher, I guess? Oh, show me. No, you're not holding Hull Breacher. Prismatic Vista is probably worse than Underground Sea. So the Vista can go. We'll get a treasure out of that later. Toxic Deluge. I think I can just chart here. We'll discard an island. We will use currency converter's ability. We'll play Underground Sea, and we'll just pass because yes, they can fourth us or Wandering Emperor us or something like this, but I believe we can just win next turn. I think. I'm imagining a flash threat is coming in here. They are paying costs. What could it be though? Just like a Leyline Binding. I should have done this in response actually. Just in case they wanted to exile my treasure. So there we go, we get a treasure token. They've got a Leyline Binding. They can fourth Aer Lingus us, and then we will be able to... Oh, so I can't win next turn now, actually, because of that. That's interesting. So now they're just gonna hold up Wandering Emperor. So they go Wandering Emperor. That makes a 2/2, then it makes it a 3/3. They attack us from some damage down to some damage. So I think we can vamp for Doomsday. And then we can cast Doomsday, naturally. So vamp for Doomsday. And how are we casting Doomsday is the next question. So I can Lotus Doomsday, or I can just cast Doomsday with mana. I guess I just cast Doomsday with mana. That seems better than punting away resources, isn't it? Let's cast a Black Lotus. And then we'll cast Doomsday with mana. I fucking hate this land. It's so good, but it's so annoying. So we'll cast Doomsday. Does your island draw you permission? No. And then what's our pile going to look like? So we draw down to 4, and we cast Time Walk. We walk into a probe, we probe them. And then we're at 2 cards, which is going to be Jace. And we win. Cool. Damn, concentration, 4 things. Yeah. So I want probe. I want Time Walk. I want Jace. I want Tamiyo. I want Thassa's Oracle. Seems like a decent pile. I'm done searching. Top card of my deck is going to be, or bottom card of my deck is going to be Thassa's Oracle. Then it's going to be Tamiyo. That wasn't Tamiyo. Come back. Then it's going to be Tamiyo. Then it's going to be Jace. Then it's going to be Probe. Then it's going to be Walk. So we're on 8. They can play the Wandering Emperor. On end step, that will resolve. They will make a 2/2. We will make a... Then they'll try and cast 4th Aer Lingus 3 to kill us. We will negate that. We'll untap. Cast our Time Walk. And the game will end. That's the plan anyway. The Wandering Emperor cannot kill us this turn, so the Wandering Emperor is fine. You have a 2/2. I agree. The Wandering Emperor's gone. They're holding Council's Judgment and Dam. 4th Erlingus. Maybe not the Plains. Maybe the Plains is in play at this point. They put a counter on there. And then they cast 4th Erlingus. As is planned. We float some blue mana. Negate that. And if they've got permission in hand, then congratulations, but they do not. So we'll get attacked down to 5. They can't Fire Blast us on our extra turns. And it's our turn. We cast a Time Walk. Gets us down to 3 cards in deck. And then we draw Cataxian Probe. We probe them down to 3 life. They got a Cryptic Command but shaky blue mana. And then we cast Jace. Oh, fuck me dead. Blue with this. Grand, thank you. We play Jace, we mill our last 2 cards, and we draw, winning the game. Ta-da! Cool, so against like 4 colour, I can't cast Cryptic Command, deck, what do we want? I imagine Torak Dreadcantor having protection from white is going to be fun. I like Contagion. I think I'm just going to drop the Bob. I feel like our life total might be under duress, so we'll see how we get on. This Rain of Filth I'm unsure about, to be honest with you. I don't know what it's actually doing for us. Because we're mostly doing pass the turn piles, right? So maybe this Rain of Filth is just pure nonsense, and we can have something like a Shieldred's Edict in to be alive. But they didn't seem too creature heavy, so maybe we'll just have a house and meme, because that's the best card in Cube. So I've dropped Bob because my life total might be under duress, and I've bought in Bolas's Citadel, because as we know, that doesn't suffer the same flaws. Okay, so game 2 on the draw. Mana, Doomsday. Permission. Seems like a keep. Ever I saw one. So, Island Go is... oh shit. We made it. We made it. It's okay. We did not pass through our turn. We nearly did. Right, I want that one on. Island. It'll be one of those games where no one ever casts any spells. I'm going to wait on the bat, mainly because I didn't fetch, and I played like shit. So we'll chill. Oh, they're paying costs in my second main phase. Plane cycling, you've got it, bro. So they went and got a plateau. Let's open up some revealed cards zone, and then dismiss away this plateau. So they can sit on Island all day, right? But they have to at some point present some threats, at which point we can start trading cards around. And this Doomsday can just sit and linger until we feel like winning the game. So there's the plateau, and yeah, they're not casting anything because they are scared. So we'll get our Zagoth Rome. We'll hold the Scalding Tarn. We'll play Sunken Ruins and we'll cast Deep Cavern Bat. Let's go and see what's going on. I won't fight the bat. The bat can get countered if they want to counter the bat. The opponent's having a bit of a think about this. Look, if this gets through and we see it, the next turn we've got a kick and we see what's going on and we see that the way is clear, then we've got kicked Torak. So like one of the things that could be cool here is if we see something like no permission but a plough, we can just like leave them with the plough and see if they plough our bat. Okay, so trigger on the stack, they're going to pay some costs and do some stuff. Leyline Binding. Sure, okay. I don't think I care about that enough to interact with it. I get to see their hand, and that's what's important here. Mana Drain, Corpse Dance. Island, Thieving Sky, not Corpse Dance, Charter Course. Okay, choose an online card. I choose Mana Drain. So I wonder if they chart here or if they just keep passing with mana up. They've got. Why did they play Plateau if you're holding Inspiring Advantage? That makes zero senses. Charter Course. That's fine. I wouldn't hate drawing Lotus in this spot. Okay. Swamp. Yeah, Swamp's better than Waterlogged Grove. And we should be able to draw out the Mana Drain this turn with the Hull Breacher. Seachrome Coast, they've still got the Inspiring Advantage in hand. And now they're playing 2 mana for a Thieving Skydiver just to roll that out. And at the beginning of combat on their turn, I'm going to flash in a Hull Breacher. And we're going to do that now, so that when they Mana Drain us, they get the Mana Drain in their post-combat main phase. So, they're going to Mana Drain, I'm going to Spell Pierce, right? Let's be clear there. Oh no, they're not going to drain it. Interesting, that's funny. So I think now I'll go and get my Underground Sea. I'll say, okay. We can play an island. Float a bunch of black mana. And kick Torak. And basically kill them dead. Oh, Inspiring Advantage got discarded to the Chart Course, sorry. And you've got to drain this, right? There's no chance you can't. And we'll Spell Pierce your drain. Have you drawn Force Blue card recently? Or days? Nope. They've got 3 cards in hand with this Torak trigger. Just 2 lands get discarded, so not the best. I think the Hull Breach is actually quite good, so we'll chill. So yeah, even though they're binding our Deep Cavern Bat, we still get all the info. And now we're just scared about them top decking like a 4th Aer Lingus and putting our life total under pressure. Although even that's not a big deal, right? Because then they give us a treasure token. So they're getting in with Thieving Skydiver. And Fractal Identity on a Hull Breacher. Okay. So we'll Deluge for 2. Your creatures are dead. My Toraks are 1/1. You've got 1 card in hand. Do we want to cast Doomsday or do we want to cast Currency Converter? I think we want to cast Doomsday. Black Source, there we go. So we might just have killed ourselves to 4th Air Lingus actually, but that's fine. I'm happy to lose that card. Time Walk, Thought Scour, Thassa's Oracle, Tamiyo, Displace a Kitten, I guess. I don't know, I don't care. Done. So we draw into Walk, we then Thought Scour ourselves. So Walk's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Thoracle on the bottom, then the 2 nonsense cards in case they counter us, and then Thought Scour with a Walk on top. Okay. And if your last card is 4th Air Lingus, then we're dead. If your last card is not 4th Air Lingus, then we're not dead. So that attack was actually hideous, but we win the match. Very nice. On to the finals. Okay, welcome to the finals. We're up against Hatton Tratt. We've lost the die roll, which is not ideal, but we do have quite a nice opener actually. Our Jace is pitchable because we play Thoracle. Our Waterlord Grove seems a bit punishing. We'll just have to draw ourselves a Sunken Ruins. Wooded Foothills. Just pass the turn. Well done. Good play. Rain of Filth. Right, I think I'm going to probe them because I just want to know what's going on. Frantic Surge, Lightning Bolt, Duress. This card. Arcana of Cruelty. Okay. So, real talk, what happens if I just go Ritual Doomsday, Lotus Doomsday? They've got a Duress in hand, so they're going to Duress me next turn. So I could just go Lotus Doomsday, pitch my Jace, untap, draw Thought Scour. Thought Scour myself. I need to get 2 cards in hand though. How do I get 2 cards in hand? Lightning Bolt, Duress, Arcana of Cruelty, Frantic Search. So it seems so hard for them to beat Lotus Doomsday. Jumping Carnosaur and Lightning Bolt, so I need my deck to be completely empty. So Lotus Doomsday. I'll have a Zagoth Triumph in play. I can draw a Time Walk. And I can walk down to 3 cards. I can then play a Waterlord Grove. I've then got 3 cards in hand. 3 cards in deck. And I can probe them down to 2 cards. And then I can slowly die. Maybe just Lotus Jace is better. I'm going to Lotus Jace, I think. Because I think that's just going to actually win the game. Because I just don't think they'll be able to deal with it. They'll duress my Doomsday. Nobody's going to shed a tear. And I'll just kill them with a Howling Mine. Right. If I draw a blue card, then maybe I can negate the duress. I don't know. I just don't know if I've got the mana to push into a Thoracle pile right now. Maybe I should just be pushing into a Thoracle pile, but now I've fucked up my mana, so I can't do that anymore. Yeah, I thought for so long my opponent left. But if I Doomsday, I've got Force of Negation. No, I'm going to cast the Jace. I just think their hand's so weak. And there's a chance that they just have to negate the fucking... They just have to duress the negation, right? Mill myself. Draw a card. I draw a Time Walk. Alright. I shall not complain. So yeah, now their duress can resolve for sure. They got Zagoth Triumph. So they're going to cast their duress. They need to find red mana. And like, what's the scariest thing here? Is it Doomsday, which might just kill you? Is it Force of Negation, which is going to counter your Archon? Or is it Time Walk, which is going to get my dude going? I don't know. Off you go. The pick is certainly not Reign of Filth, but I don't know what the other card is. What the card is that they take. So Duress is gone. They've got an island in hand, which is weird. If I draw an untapped land, I can just walk up to Force of Negation for their Frantic Search. That seems pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what the pick is here for them. Like, Force Negation is going to shut down their progression. Doomsday and Walk might just kill them. So what's more important? Like, if I'm just going to kill you, maybe you're supposed to take the negation so that you can try and kill me faster. Oh, yeah, I think you take negation, right? I don't know. I don't know. But it's not my problem to solve. So, yeah. Opponent going into the tank for just as long as I went into the tank on my turn 1 play, and they've got rid of the Time Walk. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I thought that was like the bottom card of the 3 actually, but that's, you know, that's just me. Underground Sea and Toxic Deluge go away. So I'll play Zagoth Triumph. And then, can they put an Archon into play this turn? Because if they can't, then it's over. And we win next turn. I kind of needed a blue card there. Trumpeting Carnosaur and Archon of Cruelty go into the yard. Archon on top. Do you have a Shallow Grave? Yes. A Putrid Imp? No. Okay, but now they could have permission. Okay. Three cards in hand. Currency converter. One card's Lightning Bolt. I'm just going to push, I think. Blue. Blue. Sack for black. Sack for black. Sack for black. Cast Doomsday. Did you draw a counterspell? Nope. So Thassa's Oracle can be in the pile. Thoughtscour can be in the pile. Lotus. Probe? I guess. I don't know. I've got to get through the... Oh, I've got to get 5 cards? That seems unfair. Let's just take a Spell Pierce then, I guess. So... I'm going to plus Jace on myself. So I want to draw the 3rd card, which is going to be a Thoughtscour. So it's going to be Thoracle, Lotus on the bottom, and then it's going to be Spell Pierce, and it's going to be Thoughtscour, Probe, Spell Pierce. We'll plus on ourselves. We'll Thoughtscour ourselves. And we win. Cool. Yeah, turn 3 kill. I don't know if we were supposed to go for... I think going the other way as well, it would have still been like a turn 3, turn 4 kill. But there we have it. So we're up against like a graveyard-y deck. Does that mean we want to bring in Graveyard Trespasser? I mean, I've never seen a more mediocre card in all my life. 3 mana 3/3 with a long text box resulting in a combat step. It doesn't seem to be where we want to be, but the whole joke might be great. Inquisition, Bob, Deep Cavern, I think this all seems fine. Do I want to bring in this Trespasser just to have some interaction with them? I think it seems better than Contagion, so I'm going to bring that in. Right, I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so game 2 of the finals here, and we're on the draw. We've got a bunch of lands, we've got some permission. I'm going to keep this. I think it looks fine. They might duress us, we just make some land drops and come up with a way of winning. It's a Thassa's Oracle, so I'm going to play Zagoth Triumph. Yeah. I think in this spot I'd be more interested in pitching my Thoracle to a possible negation than I would be my Jace. Because if we're going to settle into like a nice mid-rangey game, then the Jace is going to be better than the Thassa's Oracle. So the Thoracle's better on the combo turn, but they both do the job. So Arid Mesa into Scalding Tarn, Rafine's Tower off the first fetch, then Mountain off the second one. Blood Tithe Harvester, lining up a discard. I think I'm just gonna, yep. So we're gonna Scalding Tarn and get our Underground Sea, because our Verdant can get a basic swamp later. Underground Sea, and we will destroy the blood token and pick ourselves up a land. So me and you, green and black. There we go. So we'll pick up Sunken Ruins or Scalding Tarn. I guess Scalding Tarn is better just because it's going to get some lands out my deck. So that's going to turn off the discard that they set up for this turn. Two mana makes a Grim Monolith. And it looks like they're missing a land drop here. We'll go to 16. And then we'll top deck another island. So they know about the Scolding Tarn, so we'll give them a Scolding Tarn to look at. Holding up Force and Negation Hardcast, and we can Thought Scour ourselves on end step if we want to. So no plays in the pre-combat, just getting us for 3 here. So they could be lining up like a Carnosaur or something. That would be kind of devastating because that's quite big in 6 mana. So if they just go Mountain Carnosaur, they do not. So let's just go get an island and then Thought Scour. Not many islands left, we've drawn so many. Thought Scour ourselves. Paying costs. Are you fighting a Thought Scour? Yeah, I didn't think you should. Island Darkside Shores, drawing a swamp. Brutal. Drawing a swamp. Great. What do we want to do? Just throw a Jace at them? I need there to be less lands in my deck right now. I'm just going to throw a Jace at them. Jace gets through. Jace pluses on us. 2 mana. Fairy Mastermind, sure. So Jace is going to die. Toxic Deluge kind of a card draw spell. Jace might die, they might go after us. It's one of those things. I've got 7 cards in hand, right? So it looks really scary that you might just die next turn. So maybe you want to go after me. They found their land, but it's a black-white land. So we're not getting Carnosaur this turn without any nonsense occurring. They've got 6 cards though. And I think this is what makes Doomsday kind of interesting in this format. It's like I've got a kill condition in play, but I'm very close to dead as well if you just attack me. So no, they're going after the Jace, which seems fine. It's a big problem for us because we're not going to be able to get through that well. Frantic Search. Sure, I think that's fine. I think if they tapped the Monolith and floated coloured mana, and they were using the Frantic Search to wash, I would have stopped it. They did have the Carnosaur, so they could have just played Carnosaur this turn if they wanted to, but they didn't. Recurring Nightmare probably can't resolve, so we will come off Thassa's Oracle. Now our kill result revolves around Jace or a Tamiyo Kitten pile. That's a Black Lotus, so we did need more mana. Let's play a Swamp, let's deluge them for 2. You've got 4 cards in hand. I think I'm just going to roll out the Lotus and just have it sat in play. Better than it getting duressed. So we've still got Time Walk, Tamiyo Kitten in our deck. And Graveyard Trespasser, don't forget. It's just we've drawn a lot of lands, I feel like. So 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of our 17 lands. So we're just like mono action left over. So 3 mana. Opponent pondering. Destroy target artifact, pick up a Trumpeting Carnosaur. I'd like some blue mana, please. I don't know why I did that. I still feel that I know we've flooded aggressively hard, but I still feel like Trumpeting Carnosaur was not Trumpeting Carnosaur. Fuck me dead. The Zagoth Triumph was right to play on turn 1. Right, so we had a mana heavy hand. We still have a mana heavy hand. This is not going well. So they're going to get a massive 2-for-1 off this Carnosaur now. We're going to be dead next turn. So we need to come up with something. We need to come up with that something fast. So Trampling Carnosaur binks itself into play. They discover 5. And they hit a Putrid Imp. So truly the nut low, but that's fine. I think Tameo is our best out here. Is that even true? Tameo, Time and Walk, Tameo, Kitten, something like that. Cast Rain of Filth, blink the Kitten, blink the Tameo and win. Yeah, I think that's like it. It is Time Walk. No, it's Baleful Strix. Cool, so yeah. I think that's the line. Top deck Tameo, Tameo for Time Walk. Doomsday would immediately kill us. So bit annoying. I felt like we had decent enough outs there. Do we want to do anything different? I mean, we could just not flood. Maybe my opener wasn't great. Maybe Graveyard Trespasser's bad. It doesn't look very good. I want to play the house. You can't stop me. I would like to play first. This hand's banging, so we'll keep it. Okay, so Inquisition you. Play Dark Confident. Play Doomsday. Victory. That's going to be the rough game plan. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole joke. And I'm going to lead on Swamp. I don't want to get randomly wastelanded. I'm not casting Thassa's Oracle on 2. So, Swamp, Inquisition, Inquisition you. Let me see your secrets. Duress, Kolagon's Command, Mox Jet. We'll just take Duress. I don't want them being able to sculpt an entire game plan. Yes, they'll be able to kill my Bob. If we top deck green, we'll be able to kill their Mox Jet. Let's roll out Dark Confident. And then next turn we'll just hardcast Doomsday and pass the turn. They haven't got much going on from what we can see. We haven't seen any permission out of them yet this game, I don't think, or this match. They've got a mountain. And you've got to presume this is just going to be a main phase. Okay, command. Island. You giving me the trigger? Oh, baby. Let's attack then. I'm going to pass the turn. I'm going to flash in a Hull Breacher. And I'm going to give them other problems. And then I'm going to Doomsday them. Stormcarved Coast comes in. Grim Monolith. Okay. Hull Breacher is going to flash in. Dark Confidence going to trigger. Displace a kitten. Bauble. So island. Combat you for 5. Damage. So we know about Swamp K command. We'll cast the Bauble. We'll Bauble you. They've got a Mox. Fucking hell. Mox Ruby on top of their deck. Now we'll just cast Doomsday. I still am completely unable to use Sunken Ruins. We'll take a Force of Negation, Time Walk, Thought Scour, Lotus, Tamiyo, Thought Scour doesn't work, does it? Oh well. So Thought Scour is the bottom card. And it's Tamiyo. And it's Walk, and it's Lotus, then it's Negation. So then we pass the turn. We draw Negation in their upkeep. And then Bob will flip a Lotus. Then we'll draw a Time Walk. And then we'll win the game. If they kill Dark Confident, so they've played the Swamp, they've drawn the Ruby. If they kill Dark Confident, then we can Witherbloom command ourselves off the Lotus and win that way. What is this? Atali. Atali's going to take my Lotus. And I'm going to top that Time Walk and win that way. Beseech the Mirror. So we'll have to counter Beseech the Mirror. Pitching Displace a Kitten. They're holding K command. I don't think I can let them beseech here. This was quite the play to come back at us. I'm going to Force of Negation to beseech the Mirror, pitching my Displace a Kitten. So they've got one card we don't know about. Yeah, I'm just too scared of them getting like a rando. I don't know what random creature they can kill us with there, but I don't think we need to find out about, you know, just some random Hell Rider which puts us in the ground, you know. The fact that this K command's never gone on a stack is kind of strange to me. We're going to go down to 4 from Bob, and then their K command won't work. If they're holding Lightning Bolt, then we lose, and that's, I think, a position that we have to be fine with. Yeah. I don't know what the other considerations are. The fact that our Lotus is gone means we can't get back into green without them drawing a card, but they're never going to draw an additional card because we're dead. Yeah, cool. Come on, an opponent. Show me your final kill spell. Or are we just going to sit here and wait and think and watch? Okay, they've passed priority. It's coming back to us. So yeah, we've seen Lightning Bolt from their deck before. If that's in their hand, then the game's over and we lose the finals after casting Doomsday. But that's fine. I think that's all we lose to. K command isn't an issue because we go to 2 here unless I'm an idiot. We go to 4 here, sorry. Yeah. And now we draw a card for the turn, which is Tamiyo. And now we'll just cast Thassa's Oracle. No point in waiting around. Our last card's a Thought Scour that does nothing. So we'll put Thassa's Oracle on the stack. If they've got permission, like a mana leak, that will work. If we take a turn with Time Walk, then we die because of the Bob. I've only just noticed that. Oops. So not the best designed pile ever, but we've made our way through it and we've presented our threat and we trophy. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, that was a sick Doomsday League. Obviously opening Walk and Lotus really helps out. Gataxian Probe, I think, overperformed as well as the Deep Cavern Bat, right? Just knowing what our opponents had in hand in those games, in a lot of those games, just made it really nice for us to just sculpt an entire game plan against them. Yeah, a lot of fun. As I said at the beginning, that's how I've been drafting this season, is just I've been drafting as if I have Doomsday in my opening pool, and then I go from there. If I don't get Doomsday, you can backdoor into Storm, you can backdoor into Reanimator, and Doomsday is really funny because it's like, assuming you have the Doomsday in the pool, you just end up drafting cheap interaction, cheap cantrips, and some fast mana somewhere along the way. We did get a kill with Tamiyo Kissin, which was cool, forced upon us, and it was good fun, but lots of clicks. And yeah, all in all, a very good trophy, 6-1 in games. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you soon. Goodbye.